Hello, good morning. I hope you all are doing well. I am Ali Noman Khan, currently a PGY2 internal medicine at the DMC Sinai Grace Hospital. I graduated from Amiruddin Medical College Lahore in 2018, and I'll be going over the topic of USMLE and residency training in the US with you guys today. So let's get started. Here we have the list of specialties that has been chosen by US IMGs and the non-US IMGs in the past. So you can see internal medicine, family medicine, pediatrics, psychiatry, emergency medicine, and neurology and pathology are the top specialties that were opted by the US and non-US IMGs. And here we have the list of the ACGME residencies. ACGME stands for American College of Graduate Medical Education, and you can see the list of residencies offered by ACGME, and you can see anesthesiology, general surgery, orthopedic surgery, all of those that have been offered in Pakistan as well, that are available in the US. So prior to start your training in the US, you need to get certified by ECFMG, and the ECFMG certification requires you have to clear step 1, step 2, and the step 2 CS in the past. But step 2 CS is now being suspended by ECFMG due to COVID. So you need to clear your step 1, step 2, step 2 CK, and then ECFMG has offered 6 pathways instead of CS to get certified. So here we have 6 pathways that are offered by ECFMG. So the pathways that are offered by ECFMG, you can see the step 1, step 2 CK and OET exams are must before any pathway. Pathway 1 is like already licensed to practice medicine in your home country. That means you have done your house job and you have a permanent PMC license, and you just need step 1, step 2 and OET exam to get certified. And then pathway 2 states that you have already passed a standardized OSCE exam in your final year. That consists of like viva and practical. That is verified by your medical school, and Amiruddin Medical College can verify the OSCE exams for the students. And then pathway 3, pathway 4, pathway 5 are for the US grads, and the pathway 6 is the new pathway that is offered by ECFMG by licensed physician. Evaluation of clinical patient encounters by a licensed physician. That usually consists of a licensed physician will score your clinical performance in 4 or 5 patient scenarios, and that will be submitted to the ECFMG. And if you pass it, you will be given a ECFMG certificate. That will be starting in August. That is called the mini CEX exam. So let's talk about the general approach and the step 1, step 2 CK, visa issues, step 2 CS, and United States clinical experience, research, and other factors that are important for US medical training. So first of all, why do you want to do USMLE? A lot of people have questions like why do you want to do USMLE? Some want to make a difference in their lives, and some are some just want to go away from the current system that they have, and some do for the peer pressure. Most of your class fellows are taking step 1, and you feel an urge to do as well. So these are the most common reasons behind USMLE. You can see it's natural to buckle under peer pressure, but the thing is you need to tell yourself, like, why do you want to move to US? Why do you want to leave your family, and why you want to get trained in US? If someone else is going to USA, you you shouldn't be going to the USA based on that. You should have your own thought process for that. Why do you want to move to USA? So the big questions regarding USMLE. Here we have the big questions that everyone has in their mind. So what is the best time to start preparation? Now. Whenever you decide that you want to take USMLE, just start the preparation. It's never too late. and then step 1 or step 2 CK first. It depends. Like some people have a good clinical skills. Some are strong in basic sciences. So you want to decide by yourself, like which step you want to take first. But most of the people take step 1 first, because most of the questions or the scenarios in CK are dependent on step 1 knowledge. So you should take your step 1 first, then CK. But if you are really good in your final year subjects, then you should take step 2 CK first. Then how much time should you use for your preparation, and how many reads you should give? It also depends on you. Some people are comfortable with just 2 or 3 reads, and some require 10 to 12 reads. So it's all depends on you. And then we'll talk about the study materials for step 1. So the book for step 1 is First Aid USMLE. You all know very well. You use in your other exams as well, like PLAB or FCPS exam. So First Aid is the main book for the USMLE step 1. Then we have a UWorld QBank, and then assessment tools like NBME and UWorld self-assessment. And most importantly, you should take Kaplan lectures before starting your first aid. The thing is, the first aid you need to understand word by word instead of just memorizing it. So Kaplan serves as a tool to learn the first aid instead of just memorizing it. So the subject-wise breakdown for step 1, we have pathology. You all aware of pathoma. So you should read pathoma for pathology, pharmacology, Kaplan lectures, microbiology, just first aid would be sufficient. And then immunology, Kaplan lectures are a must. And then physiology, BRs for Kaplan is up to you. And then biochemistry, Kaplan lectures. And then you have behavior sciences, psychiatry and ethics. 100 Cases by Conrad Fisher is a really good book. And then for anatomy, just listen to Kaplan lectures for neuroanatomy, and that would be sufficient. So accessory resources, if you have done UWorld, you have done first aid, you have done pathoma, then you can do USMLE RX QBank and MBOSS. Again, these are not the requirement, but you can add that to UWorld and first aid. And then lecture series is doctors in training in addition to Kaplan. So approach towards Kaplan is very important. You should learn Kaplan instead of memorizing it, and trust your NBME scores. It's mostly like NBME is the predictive exams that you take before your step 1. You score like plus minus 10 in your real exam. If you take NBME and you score like 250 on NBME, and then your real exam should be like 240 to 260. So trust your NBMEs, do not over or underestimate it. So let's talk about USMLE Step 2 CK exam. So book for the USMLE Step 2 CK, there's no book for the USMLE Step 2 CK. If you have taken Step 1, then you should start with the UWorld for the USMLE Step 2 CK, and the assessment tools are the same like UWorld self-assessment. The books that you can use for USMLE Step 2 CK are MTB for medicine, MTB Master's Boards 3 for surgery, Step 3 UWorld, CMS and NBMEs. These are all additions to UWorld and UWorld and UWorld QBank for the Step 2 CK. So visa issues, this is the most important factor in your USMLE journey. Some people get denied, some get accepted. So most common reasons for rejection, first of all, 90% is bad luck. It depends on your luck for your visa. And then the common factors that you all know: inability to communicate, mentioning an unreasonable stay, writing address of relative in US. So you can see before and after graduation the common reasons for rejection. USMLE Step 2 CS is being suspended by the USMLE program. We can go over this later when they will resume this, so we need to skip that right now. So additional factors to improve your CV: you can do Step 3. Step 3 is not required to start medical training in the US, but you should take your step 3 during your medical residency. And then you have USE, that we call United States Clinical Experience, and then that consists of observerships, electives, research fellowship, and then year of graduation is the most important factor. If you just graduated and then you apply for a residency, there's a higher chance that you can get accepted. And then medical school performance, how do you perform in medical school, your distinctions, your gold medals and everything. And then achievement in extracurricular activities, that shows how dynamic you are as a person. So at the end, it is pertinent to mention that United States clinical experience and research should not compromise your scores in any way. They can be a cherry on the top if you have good scores, but they shouldn't be the top priority. You should score high in step 1 and step 2. Then you can try for electives and research that can be an extra addition to your CV. So I would like to thank you and for inviting me over to have a talk on this topic. And if you guys have any questions, you can email me or you can contact me regarding that. Thank you.